everybody, come in, because it's gonna start right now. One of the most important events at Revision. One of the most coolest events, because this is real time, all for you right here on stage. We're gonna have two programmers duking it out. This is the qualifications for this shader competition. We're gonna have 4 rounds of coders coding and making awesome shit in just 25 minutes and making it happen. And the first round is gonna start right now, and I want you guys to give a big hand, because on the left side is gonna be Fizzer, who was second last year. It's getting really hard. Fizzer, give it up for Fizzer. And on the right side is gonna be Musk. Come on here, Musk. He was 2-time champion in the first 2 shading competitions. He's gonna try to defend his title. Come here, shout for them. And they're gonna code for you. So if you like what you see, shout their names, hype them up. This is a public event, this is an open event, this is gonna be live coding. You guys also make the hype. Make the hype. So we're gonna start right now, 25 minutes, first round, Fizzer versus Musk, Shader Showdown! Oh, I'm really sorry, and of course, Luguber is DJing this first round. And the clock start running. Luguber is gonna go on as the first DJ. We have our DJ team doing the shading competition. Luguber, Alkema, and Ronnie. Luguber is starting with the fat beats. Here we go, 25 minutes! What? We're having some layout troubles with Fizzer. It's gonna be fixed. Also, we should have coder support in the grandstand. Who are in the grandstand? Chaos, are you there with a coder, another coder to talk about what they're doing?
Hello!
Hi!
Who are there?
Here is Chaos next to me and...
Urs.
Urs, okay. We're very well prepared. So you guys are gonna be like the eyes on the code.
Yes, and we are starting once again with the default shitty tunnel shader, the awesome tunnel shader that everybody knows and hates. So let's see how they go ahead. We're looking at Musk's code here, and he starts... actually, he does not start rewriting from scratch, but he starts tweaking what's there. On the other side, Fizzer starts to implement something that looks like a ray marching loop, maybe? Yes, he has variables like RO for ray origin, RP ray position.
And come on, people.
And 100 iterations of ray marching. So to the people participating in this, if you think you should start writing a ray marcher like from the start, then make it interesting, let it show something early.
Das ist doch super laut.
On the other side, Musk is doing much better in that he actually has already added some effect, even though it's a pretty boring one, a fading white and some grayish. Okay, Fizzer presents us with a white screen, a very pure white. So give it up for a white screen.
Give it up. People are coding. And as some extra information I have here, we asked the coders some information. Their favorite demo party, Musk's favorite demo party is Function in Hungary. You should all go visit that party. And Fizz's favorite demo party is Breakpoint, the party that came before Revision.
So Chaos, what do you think Musk is up to here?
I'm still a little bit confused, but I'm still a little bit confused, but I think, well, I don't think anything at the moment. Sorry for that.
Now it looks like he's also starting a Ray Marcher because he has a distance and he's starting a loop. So something is going the distance here.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, and he has a function called df, the distance function.
This looks like the typical start for a sphere.
Yes.
And here the sphere is like rendered. And on the other side, finally have something to see.
It's starting to look like geometry. Broken one, but still.
And as a tidbit, we asked both contenders who is their most feared opponent in the shader competition, and they both said LJ, because he keeps winning. So they're fighting to beat LJ.
Of course, for everybody who plans to participate or is currently coding, if you want to beat LJ, don't beat him on his home turf. If you write just another Ray Marcher, he might be better than you. Beat him with something else. Make it cute, make it jump, make it colorful.
One thing Fister promised us is that he wouldn't do another Minecraft. That's what he promised us. So we won't see that tonight.
Musk seems to be going for artifacts as an art form.
Well, that's too early to say. It's just a buggy sphere, I presume. So what is he doing here anyway?
Oh yeah, it's a Ray Marcher, and at the moment all the rays end up somewhere, and this somewhere is just wherever. It does fit to the music quite nicely though.
Talking about the music, give it up for Laguber, DJing, and give it up for Fizzer, give it up for Musk, coding live for you on stage. And these are two veterans, these are two guys we had before, they know what it's about. They're showing their A-game. Oh. Now I have 3 open beers, that's awesome. And some extra information. We asked some questions to our contenders. Fizzers.
Yes, you go ahead.
Fizzer's favorite artist is Aphex Twin, just so you know.
And in Fizzer, right now we're back to a grey screen, but just before it looked like he is Ray marching through a function called H, which could be height. And it looked like it was starting to be something like a landscape. There we go. It looks like a bit of a landscape he's Ray marching through.
Yeah, Chaos and Errors, are you seeing interesting things already, or is this just like something that shader coders would start with?
Well, it's very hard to see anything because it's more like hidden in all this pale gray. So optically we can't just see anything because it's just
But he's now
too
working
dark.
on making the colors nicer. He's now calculating the normal of the point he hits, so he can do some actual lighting calculations.
So do we have a clock? How far are we in the time? The clock is 17 minutes and 30 seconds, so it's only been like
It looks like
7
Musk
minutes?
is starting to embrace the glitch here.
I have the feeling on Musk's side we are not seeing what he's really doing. We are seeing
Musk is keeping it a secret.
yeah, we really have to understand the code to figure out what this is going to be. Unless it's completely broken, which is also always a possibility.
When live coding, there's always the possibility that he's trying to do something smart and it turns out wrong, or he's trying to do something wrong and it turns out smart. And from my experience in live coding, even while you're coding, you don't know what it's going to be.
Exactly. I saw in their questionnaires they were like, we're going to prepare, but in the end it's all going to come down on what we're doing on the spot. So that's really awesome. So people, please give them a hand. They're really coding on the spot. They might have thought about shit, but they might just do now whatever they feel what is good now. And really give them a hand. Cheer for these coders. Because yeah, you don't know what it is. You're sitting on a stage programming a shader. You have 25 minutes. It's really hard.
And here we get the green landscapes of the bubblegum planet.
This is all a little bit mid-90s, I think.
Yeah, I was just about to say I've seen better landscape renderers on an Amiga 500, but
yes.
Let's see where it goes. You still got a quarter of an hour.
I feel our Waldorf and Stettler in the back are quite negative about two guys coding live on stage, but fair enough. The 90s are hip though, so let's give him some time to maybe flesh it out.
Meanwhile, on Musk's side, the sphere is literally taking shape.
Oh, yes. Oh, fuck.
Funky.
And people, if you see something you like, cheer for it. Let them know that you like it.
Also, I would like to point out that Musk is properly taking care of his indentation, whereas Fizz's code is just all over the place.
Yeah, that's a whole mess.
And here we got proper
and look at
landscape
what Fizz is
now.
doing. Give it up. Like, if you like what you see, cheer for them, because that's the only feedback they got. They're coding live for you. You are the reaction.
And now the camera path is also following the landscape.
Whoa, this is a bit slow.
Trippy. And there's all kinds of weird things you can do when you either move the camera around the landscape or the landscape around the camera.
On Musk's side, the sphere is still very lonely.
There's tricks up his sleeve, though. There is tricks up his sleeve.
And it's a very solid code base he's got now to do something nice with it.
Musk showed us before that he can do really good stuff, so he's probably indeed cooking something up that we don't see yet.
Yeah, 14 minutes left.
He is editing his distance function now, so it will get more interesting.
It's 14 minutes, so they have 11 minutes in. 10, 11 minutes of hardcore live shader coding. And I want to keep emphasizing to everybody watching, this is live programming. This is nerd hip-hop battle. Give it up for these coders. Give it up for Fizzer. Cheer for him. And give it up for Musk. Cheer for him. And Luguber doing the beats.
Will we see anything else but grayscale in this competition, or does the live coding follow the trend in demos that fewer colors are better colors?
We have added extra new texture that contains some more or less useful color palettes, but it is not used here. Like, these are the two new textures here. Free to use to escape the RGB.
Isn't one of them the true C64 color palette?
Yes, there was a C64 color palette in it. I couldn't resist. But I'm not sure if it's Palo and NTSC.
Oh, and on the other side, interesting stuff is happening. Look at this.
Yeah, definitely some
Can we see the
editing.
clock? Can we see the clock? Because Luguber is kind of lost of how long the songs can be that he can play. 12 minutes.
12 and a half.
minutes. There you go. Luguber, play one really long 12-inch remix or play like 5 really short dubstep songs. 12 and a half minutes, and I have the clock on screen maybe a bit more. Like we're zooming in. Oh, we see Did we see Musk
This is where
doing
the
this
action
stuff?
is.
There we go.
This is where the action is, the distance field function that contains all the codes that defines the geometry.
And you saw how quickly this turned from a boring sphere into something that could come from a Holland demo.
Yeah, in another boring shape, indeed. Very smooth transition.
Ooh,
On Fizzer's
meanwhile,
side,
on the left
there are some
side.
colors, sorry.
And don't be too influenced what the program is saying. If you like what you see, people, cheer for them. Yell their names, because Fizzer and Musk are coding live.
Are we seeing reflections here?
I'm not sure.
Or is it awesomely fake upside down geometry?
It doesn't really fit, does it?
Nobody looks at reflections that closely. These are reflections.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Well, at least an attempt of it.
Can we see the clock? How much time do we have left? Are we near 10 minutes? We're 11 minutes in, 11 minutes. Give him a big hand of applause. It's been 50 minutes of coding. They're gonna have to show it soon. Musk is stroking his beard. Fizzer is typing away.
You know, this is starting to look like something that only 8-10 years ago would have made a good 4K combo entry already.
Yes.
And he did that live in like
20
15
minutes
minutes.
and less.
He did that live in 15 minutes. Give it up for Fizzer.
Meanwhile, colors on the right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Musk is going for indeed more Holland esoteric kind of shapes. There we
yeah.
go. Give it up, cheer for them if you like it.
what Musk is doing could go for a commercial VJ software package entry. People would pay money for this.
And people, they don't know if you cheer for them, so you can yell their names. If you like what you see, cheer for them.
And we're coming up on 10 minutes. On my mark.
We're at 10
now.
minutes right now, 10 minutes, so it's only 10 minutes left. They had 50 minutes. What are they going to do to hammer it home?
For the colors, it looks like Musk is using the great trick. If you want to keep the white colors white, and you want to keep the dark colors black, but you want to color everything in between, play with the gamma. Just do your gamma in a color.
But is Musk messing with us? Does he have a trick up his sleeve? Is that not all he's showing to us?
Oh, he's starting to do something that's called rot.
A
so
two-day rotation of
I guess it will rotate, but we'll see in a bit.
Well, it has the cosinus, it has the sinus, and where's the minus sign?
I
There's the minus
suppose.
sign.
He's writing rotation. Let's check the other side.
Here we go, 8 minutes. Please, people, cheer for these coders. Cheers for Fizzer. Cheers for Musk. Let them know you're here. Let them know you're watching and that you appreciate what they're doing because they're coding shit is live for you. The Legoomer and Ronnie on the side are DJing music. This is insane. We're doing this live. Fizzer there, doing the coding face, tippity tapping away on his own keyboard. Musk is more contemplating at this point.
And it's interesting to see how the code structure also differs in how much they seem to have in their mind. Some people, when they live code, they really structure their code so they can go back and change something that they've worked with before or use it in a different place. And then other people just seem to write a stream from their brain into the file. I mean, this is not something that Fizzer has learned by heart. He's just putting in things and things and things.
And what do you think is the best way to do it? Is the best way to do it to structure or just go if you have 25 minutes?
Just put in some tabs that we can read the code properly.
But the best way to do it is whatever fits your brain.
Fair enough. There is no good answer to this question. So we're here now. Give it up for Fizzer doing a landscape. Let's just look at this for a little bit. This is what Fizzer been doing. 50 minutes, nearly 20 minutes of coding. And still we're going to Musk. Musk is doing shapes and circles and marching. They're both really different approaches. And again, it's to please the crowd, it's to please you. You in the end are gonna vote for it. You in the end are gonna cheer what's the best.
Here we see the effect of the rotation, which is spinning.
Well, it's spinning quite heavily.
We're going up to like 7 minutes, like 6 minutes. We're going down to the last 5 minutes. It's gonna come down to this. Please, people, cheer at them. Make them know you're here.
Musk definitely has leading right now in the color department.
This is
What
Musk.
he's doing is very cheerful. What Fizzer is doing is very gloomy right now.
It's what Fizzer is doing is very well defined.
That is true.
And changing this to make it better will be pretty hard because it is so defined. On the other side, this can turn into anything.
Musk still has indeed cards up his sleeves. He can do whatever he wants still, even in 5 minutes. How much do we have left? Time. Can we see a clock? The clock is 6 minutes. 6 minutes they have left.
Oh, I think we see some motion blur, or is this depth of field?
Or some kind of noisy rendering, obviously, which can be used for
This
both.
is what Fish is doing and please cheer for him. Cheer and yell his name if you like it. Let them know you're here, people. This is live fucking shader coding.
So for those of you who don't understand what the code is that they're writing, they're basically writing a function that runs for every pixel. So they're basically defining every pixel at a time. And if you want to blur something, you can't if you only look at it one pixel at a time, but you can.
And that is the
randomly.
That is the problem with this approach by Fizzer. This is a very defined thing what we are seeing, and just adding an effect. If you do it correctly, it will look awesome. But if you do it incorrectly, it will just look shitty. On the other side,
it's a risk.
on the other side, what Musk is doing, so you can turn it into anything, just shred it, and it will be in the theme of the thing.
Musk can still like surprise you guys in the last few minutes with something you don't expect. Is that true?
Well, also Fizzer can quickly turn this into something extremely colorful,
Yes.
or quickly turn this into something entirely different.
Well, turning this into something entirely different, I don't see that.
I want to
It's
see
something completely.
I want to see the
kaput,
clock,
maybe.
the clock, because we're getting close. It's 4 minutes. We need the clock. I think we need the clock on screen now, because this is the last minutes, and people cheer them on. Cheer it like we have Fizzer here, second place last year. We have Musk here, 2 times champion. This is basically legends duking it out live on stage coding. Live on stage coding. How fucked up is that? We're doing this live because we can.
Not saying that some of the proper competition entries later on have not been coded at the same pace, but here you can see it.
Musk is going for more elaborate stuff, it seems.
I like how Musk embraces the artifacts as the background and just doesn't seem to want to put away with them.
Yes,
He
it
just-
makes it a demo.
And here we go, Fizzer still with the landscape.
He meanwhile is fighting with the artifacts.
And we have clock. Do we have 5 minutes? We have 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. This is the last bit. Like, cheer them on, cheer them on. These guys are coding for your life. Really cheer them on.
Yes, now's the time where you drop any large plants you
Yeah.
still have
If
for
you
doing it, and you just polish. The
Exactly.
last 3 minutes are for polishing.
Exactly, the last 3 minutes of polish. I love that. The ace up your sleeve now, and in 3 minutes to really wrap it up. Musk is going for this. There you go. Cheer for it if you like it. Yell his name if you like it.
Now is the time to get your colors as nice as they can. Now is the time to get
We're
everything
going
as
to
blingy as it can.
3 minute mark. 3, 2, 3. And here we go. It's only 3 minutes left, and this is the last bit. Here they have to go.
Here we go on Fizz's side. He's adding something on top. This is nice. This is unexpected, actually.
Is it risky?
Fits in like it doesn't.
Cheer for them, definitely go. Don't hold back. These guys are coding for your life. Don't hold back, cheer for them.
We haven't seen much change on Musk's side. Maybe he is still doing something big. Maybe he's going for the long grasp.
He has 2 minutes, basically. 2 minutes left now, 2 minutes. We can nearly count them down. They have been coding for 23 minutes. Here we going.
Yeah, Musk grabbed the revision logo we put in the textures.
Another low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's a little cheerful, but it fits with the tunnel theme
Yeah,
anyway.
if it's low-hanging fruit, but if it pleases
2
the crowd,
minutes.
does it please the crowd? Cheer for Musk. If you like what he's doing, cheer for him. Let yourself be heard and cheer for Fizzer if you like what he's doing.
Yeah, the obvious thing to do with the texture is rotating it, just center it correctly and spin. On the other side, we see some 2D effect over a landscape for reasons unknown.
But this is not bad. He's focusing on the waves at the center of the screen.
He's
So
totally
now
not
he
doing
manages
Minecraft,
to
which is
kind of
good.
get the 2D effect synchronized with that.
And totally not Minecraft, because that was the thing everybody thought he was going to do. So, time 1 minute and 20 seconds. The last minute is coming up. And I want you guys to cheer for the last minute for them, to have him wrap it up really cool.
This time, definitely both are working hard to the last seconds, I
Yep.
see.
Exactly.
I would
so,
say any of these shaders would have made it to the final last year, and we are only in the first match.
yeah,
Yes.
this is the first match. Give it up for Fizzer and Musk for in the first match already doing such stuff. And give it up for the last minute.
1
Cheer
minute.
them out for the last minute. Come on, people. Cheer them out. This is live shader code. You only have 45 seconds left.
And now here's the last ditch effort. Fizzer puts in color. Let's see how he fares with that. Will he manage to make it look good?
He has
Oh.
40 seconds. Can we? No, we need the clock in. Because it's going to be so short right now.
I like how he manages to create the
30
impression
seconds,
of
30
gloom
seconds.
without actually
Yes,
having
yes,
gloom.
yes. This is your gamma thing, I think.
Well, the right.
20 seconds.
Everybody, we're going to count them down for 10 seconds. We're going to count them down.
So,
I
one
want
more line you
everybody
can
to count
change.
down
One
all
more
these
color you
people
can
that are
add.
coding for you right now. Musk and Fizzer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it up for Fizzer and Musk for the Shady Showdown first qualification round. And I think now is the time to look at their shaders in full. Do we start with Fizzer? We start with Fizzer. Look at Fizzer. Give it up for Fizzer.
Fizzer once again doing what he does best. Unexpected new rendering techniques that we have not seen yet in a live coding compo. Like
Okay.
every time.
Okay, let's give it up for Musk. Let's go look at Musk. And give it up for Musk.
And Musk giving us the colors. All of
Okay,
them.
and now the difficult moment is coming because now you guys have to decide who goes on. Is it Fizzer or Musk? I want to see Fizzer again. Are you guys gonna cheer and I'm gonna listen? Fizzer. Show Fizzer. Cheer! Cheer! Okay, show Musk and cheer. And cheer. Holy shit, this is really close. I have to do it again. I'm sorry. Fizzer again. Fizzer. Cheer for Fizzer. Here we go. And cheer again for Musk. Bring Musk back. No, you guys decided. I heard it. The winner is Fizzer for this round. Definitely. Give it up for Musk and Fizzer. Give it up for an amazing round of shader coding. Such quality, guys. That was amazing. Fizzer will go on to the next round. And we're going to now continue with round 2. Are we ready? Okay, so we're ready for the second round. Okay, everybody, the second round of the Shady Showdown compo. I want you guys to give a really big hand. On the left side, to me the right side, Ken from the Netherlands. He's only been a demo scene for a year. It's his first revision, and he decided to do the Shady competition. On the right, Flopine. She's been here before. She competed before. Give it a hand up for Flopine. They're gonna duke it out in the Shady compo. Give him a fucking hard applause. Let the clock start, and the DJ is fucking Ronnie Breeze. So they have good music to go to. Give it up for Flopine versus Ken! The clock has started, so you guys should start coding. The clock didn't start. The clock started, so go make shaders. So we started.
Okay. Ken started with a clean slate. He just erased everything and started basically from scratch.
Well, from noise.
Or from noise. Well, we lost the first minute or so because we are already, well, 1.5 minutes in. Flopine embraces the tunnel.
And she seems to be going straight for a Ray Marcher again.
SVE lengths, what could this become? It is, where's the 1 minus? Okay, that counts as a sphere.
So again, distance function, Ray Marching as the tool of choice because it is the Swiss Army knife of quickly coded 3D graphics.
Yes, and here we have a Ray DV like distance maybe, okay.
Yeah, this will be a Ray Marcher as well, I suppose.
But we can't see anything except the wonderful noise texture. We could at least have used the revision logo.
At least the revision logo.
On the other side also heavy typing.
And again, RO is the ray origin and dir is the ray direction.
Yeah.
Yes, we are looking at a ray being shot at every pixel.
Like this is the code, this is the camera that shoots the rays through the lens in a way.
And if you were in school in 9th grade and you learned your basic triangle equation, you thought you never need this in your life, now would be the point.
Yes. Triangles everywhere.
And some funny information, Ken says indeed his favorite opponent is LJ as well because he won. But funnily, Popine says LJ was her inspiration to start coding shaders. She was like, I can beat you, so I love that as well. Give it up for these coders, give it up for Ken and Flopine. Trying to beat LJ, because LJ is our feared component.
I like how Ken is typing under the table.
Yeah, Ken is, I for 1 second thought he didn't have a keyboard, but Ken is literally typing under the table. He has a keyboard on his lap.
So his typing technique is as stealthy as his screen.
Is he typing with the hands?
He's typing with hands. I can't confirm, but I love his style because he's just deep in it. And again, these guys are on stage, these guys and girls on stage coding for you. They're deep in it doing the shit. Give it up for Ken and Flopine, coding live shaders. And we're going in at 5 minutes, we're nearly 5 minutes in.
Flopine taking a dancing break.
Yeah, what's more
from
important,
coding?
dancing or coding here? Let's get our priorities straight, and also very, very sloppy indenting of the source code. Not nice at all.
The Flopine being judged, McKenna. Their code is sloppy. Sorry.
Not the code, the indenting.
So
fair enough.
Next time you are undecided which of the two shaders you like more, look at the code and look at where do you like the code aesthetics
This is
more.
definitely ugly.
I'm also gonna completely counter that, say cheer for the code you like the visuals of the most.
And
cheer
this
for
is
the people you love the visuals of they're making.
wonderfully indented, although I am not a fan of like these square brace thingies here hanging at the end of the line. That's not nice. Anyway,
I like the unusual use of a while loop here. Everybody always uses a for loop for their ray marching. Of course, does make a big difference, but I've not seen it like this.
Depends if you need the eye, which you usually, well,
Here's a function called box and a function called sphere.
This is like laying out your primitives before you use them. Both are playing it very close to the chest and maybe have like memorized it all.
Meanwhile, we have a sphere. We have a Raymat sphere, so
Yes.
this starts very similar to the shader last round from
Yes.
Musk. In fact, the functions even have very similar names. There's a rot function
Rotation
again.
function, we have a cylinder. Is this a cylinder? Looks like a sphere. Maybe it turns, oh, it's two-dimensional. It's a cylinder, obviously. And then we have the sphere and the primal. Well, we'll see what that will come. So, getting a toolkit. And later, maybe improvise using the toolkit.
I have to say big up to both coders for writing much more readable code than last round.
Yes. But also, it's not really a lot happening, and writing like a readable function library for brain marching primitives that's easy to get readable. And as time ticks, with only 80 minutes left, the indentation gets sloppy.
However, now after 18 minutes, both have a working Raymarcher and both have spheres on the screen.
And more primitives to play with. So this is a solid like opening move.
So here we go, nearly 80 minutes.
So, contestants, get your colors up to speed. Gray is boring.
People, let yourself be heard. Cheer for them. Cheer for these coders. Cheer for Ken.
Oh, look at
And
this.
cheer for Bean coding live.
We have on the right, we have a twister, or at least something that is no longer just a sphere.
Oh, sorry, right, yeah, my fault.
Woo! Give it up for Bean.
No ribbons, just revision. That is definitely something we can work with.
Yes. Like put those primitives to work. Yeah, the SDF, that is the distance function, and this prim1 seems to be the compositive primitives number 1. Maybe she will add more composited primitives later. Ken has a lot of dark code that we can't see yet because it's not compiled. And it doesn't compile, but that's easy to fix.
This is one of the challenges when live coding. You want to write code that is unexpected and awesome, but that requires you to write complex stuff that may be more complex than what your brain can hold at the time, and then you end up with a line that doesn't compile. And this really, really takes you off the flow.
Fair enough, yeah, it's just a Ken set, like how you prepare is like I do a lot of brain marching practice. So it's like they've been practicing brain marching, but yeah, in the end when you sit on the stage, it's all on the stage, it's all 20 minutes. So how much time do you have left? Can we get the clock? The clock is 16 minutes, nearly.
We're now working on something that looks like operators to combine distance functions in some way.
Yes.
This looks like something from the Mercury SDF library. But maybe not. Because it definitely combines multiple functions, but how does it? Can you zoom out? Something happened.
The function just scrolled out.
Look at this.
Give it up!
It is
Give
the
it up if you like it.
ST-min, the step minimum function.
Flopin also very like going, taking this in big, going like, fuck all y'all, I'm doing this. Ken is still coding hard.
Yeah. The problem with the rotation function is just so much to code to type. So if you can get without it, you just save that half a minute of time.
This is starting to look something like the planet Saturn, except not quite.
You should know.
Maybe.
Yeah, saving time with the rotation by doing only a two-dimensional rotation that types quicker.
And we got the polar function, which does exactly the same as the mod R function on the other side, and that is repeat something in an angle around an axis. So these two people. Oh, look at what
And
happened
look
here.
at Flipping. Give it up. Cheer if you like what you see it.
Here you see exactly what this mod A function does. There are 6 copies of whatever it was before, now rotated around the center.
Can I see the time? What is the time at this point? How much time do we have left? We have
15 minutes.
left. 14 minutes left. Give it up for Ken. Give it up for being coding for 10 minutes. Doing shaded coding live.
Flopin has made very good use of the 15 minutes. 10 minutes. Fuck, this is fast.
This is fast. In terms of their code base, these two look very similar. I would say if you were to swap the shaders now, both of them could keep working with the other person's code
With
base.
some syntax errors in between them, yes.
Yeah.
But this also means that everyone that can really quickly keep this up. But Flopin is just repeating
Flopin is this
everything.
And she's also jamming behind the keyboard.
This is
Really
what the
getting in
toilet
it.
tunnel would look like if it were Baroque times.
This
Oh.
needs a lot more shading, and this basically doesn't have shading too, but it has the foxing.
Chaos, I think what's happening here on the left might come out very familiar to you.
Oh yes, yes, yes. But still it needs a little bit more shading.
Dear Farbrosch members, thank you for overdoing gyroscope effects for everybody.
It's only a 3 times gyroscope.
So things are starting to look more and more organic on the right side. The steps that were there have been rounded away.
The tracing looks a little bit
We're getting artifacts on the
ugly.
edges,
Yeah, but if you look at the time, it's a
12.
half time. It's almost like a finished product on Flopin's side. So
yeah.
It's halftime.
This is
she's
just
she's
awesome.
going for more and more insane shit though.
This starts to remind me of Romanesco salads. Or broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yeah, you can always tweak this.
Cheer if you
yes,
like what
this-
you're seeing. Cheer, let them know you're watching.
And still, both contestants are in the grayscale regime. Are we going to see colors? Are we going to see shading?
Well, this is like not even shading. This is grayscale is like this is less than grayscale. I don't see the scale, I only see the gray.
Yeah, on the left there's just noise on white and black. And on the right at least we have iteration glow, which,
Yeah,
bearing anything else, works.
yeah. And it should be easy to improve on that. I mean, with 10 minutes left, you can, or 11 minutes and 19 seconds left, you can add some shading.
Yeah, we're nearly.
Flopin is writing a function called palette, so I guess our call for colors is being answered here. Also, I find it interesting that she writes functions with a full function specification first. She seems to know what she's doing, and then she fills in the content later. Like all her primitives were spheres first, but already had all the parameters she needed.
Yeah, it's like having a library and then jamming with the library.
Flopin, here's a reminder, we have a palette texture. Maybe you would like to use it.
But
Okay, we're getting to the 10-minute mark. People, cheer for these coders. Cheer for Ken. Give it up for Ken coding live. And he still has to show something what he's doing. But cheer for Flopin doing her thing.
There hasn't been
Give
too much.
it up.
There hasn't been too much change on the left side at Ken in the last couple of minutes, so
Well,
I guess we can expect something big.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Here we go with the colors. Of course, what we are seeing here is simply the normal vectors, red, green, blue mapped, so...
But having the normal mappers is what you need to have some shading.
Yeah.
And if there's something that's lacking, then it's shading. So we are on the right track here too.
Okay, so we have 9 minutes left. I love how scarily close you guys can zoom into the code. But yeah, I would still want to shout out again to our coders on stage. Please, people, let know you're here. Let know you're watching. Cheer for them. Really cheer for them. We're doing this live shader coding, the second round for the qualifications.
Also on Flopin's side,
Intense typing.
there is intense typing of color equals something and palette equals something happening. So, here we go. We are getting colors.
Yes. Some tweaking required, but
So what's time?
9 minutes left.
Time is 9 minutes, the last 9 minutes. This is the time where they're gonna have to show what they actually are capable of, and Ken is still having quite some stagnant visuals. Let's hope that he's gonna bring back what he really wants to show soon.
Ken might be running out of time.
Well, it's definitely missing movement. It's not bad by itself, but it's not doing anything and it's not colorful.
Yes.
Flopin seems to be fighting with the sign error. This looks like
this
the
is
sign error in some color calculation.
Flopin is doing
is
a totally
definitely-
90s like water cup aesthetic.
This is
and it's
definitely too colorful.
deep in there.
TGA is the new VGA. You use all colors. Blue, white and pink.
Green is the new black.
Oh, and we got movement on the
Here we go, we
left.
have movement at Ken's shit, and let's see what he's doing.
And we can finally start to
And
look
what's
at
the time?
what
What's
this
the time? How
geometry
much time do
actually
we have
is.
left?
We have
Time
8
is
minutes.
7 minutes and 50 seconds. So now we're gonna come to the last.
Here we got the sunset
Give it
colors.
up.
Right now, the color scheme of the renders matches the color scheme of the clothing of the participants.
I love Flopin looking back every once in a while, going like, "Am I doing that? I'm doing that."
Definitely.
Very solid base there for Flopin. Now she needs to make it, give it some action, I would say. Let it do something. Meanwhile, Ken starts to do some camera movement.
I think Ken is the one who has to do something here.
That is true. As it stands, Ken's side has the disadvantage of simply not being exciting. But that is something that 6 minutes and 45 can
Yes.
really, really change still.
So we have 6 minutes and 46 left, and they can still do a lot of shit. So people cheer them on, cheer them on. Live shader coding, Flopin versus Ken.
And another dancing break on the Flopin side.
On Ken's side, we get more interesting backgrounds
More noise.
and more undecipherable geometries. This might become something like a space scene.
This is the kind of shader where a shitload of post-processing would really, really do glorious things.
Yes, but post-processing in a pixel shader competition is not the easiest thing to do.
Nope.
Can we see the time?
5
We're
minutes.
At 5
44.
minutes. We're nearly at 5 minutes 40 seconds. People cheer them on, cheer Ken on, cheer Flopin on. Live shaded coding.
Flopin now seemingly doing a second ray marcher or something?
No, a second primitive.
Ah.
Or these prim routines are not really primitives, they are more like combined thingies. But this might be some kind of normal calculation, or what is this? Let's have a look. No. So
No, this is again the step min function combining some forms into something. Who can guess what it'll be?
And also give it up,
boxes.
very quickly, give it up for Ronnie doing the beats for this session. Give it up for like this insane setup. We have 2 coders and a DJ doing this shit live for you guys.
On Ken's side, we saw colors. They're temporarily gone, but we will get to some colors, obviously.
Can I see the time? Can I see the time? Because we're getting close to the
4
end.
minutes, 15 seconds.
4 minutes, 15 seconds. The last 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes, they can do something really proper to end this session.
Robin here seemingly stuck in debugging her new primitive. Ooh, and we're getting some interesting effects on the left side.
Ken is showing up late, but he's showing up. Give it up for Ken. Cheer.
Can this still turn into a space scene? Can this still turn into something recognizable? Or can it still be synced to the music, maybe?
Music sync is overrated for this compo.
So we're getting close to the 3-minute mark. The last few minutes for them to finish up. Give it up if you see. If you like what you see, give it up. Cheer. And give it up if you like to see what Ken is doing. Okay, we have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. We're getting to the end part here. The end part.
Okay, this is again the last 3 minutes where you have to polish and make sure you get all the cheap tricks in. Give it just a little bit more bling, give it just a little bit more punch, or whatever you need to give it.
Flopine isn't polishing, she's adding.
You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to do something. Let's show the clock because we're counting down 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Give it up for Ken and Flopine calling live shaders for all you people.
And we have
How
colors on
fucking
black
awesome is
on
this?
left, and we have colors on white on the right. And it isn't over until the last second, because
Exactly.
sometimes
Because
the
there's 2
best
minutes.
ideas come in the last 20 seconds.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Now this is the final 2 minutes. This is where it comes down to. They have 1.5 minutes left. Do your last things to show to the audience what you got.
It looks like
Give
Flopine
it
has
up,
decided.
Give it up if you like what you see.
It seems Flopine has decided not to add more things, but to polish what's already there, and there's a lot of this.
Very reasonable decision. 1 minute, 25 seconds.
Here we go. We're going to the last minute. People, I want you to shout for the last minute to Flopine and to Ken to let them know you're here.
2 ray marches, wavy, organic-looking things on both sides, but still very different styles. 1
Yeah,
minute.
out of a very,
Here we
very
go, the
similar
last
set.
minute. Cheer them on. The last minute of this qualification round. Who will win? Is it Ken or Flopine? We're going to the last seconds.
40 seconds. Flopine starting to add, now to still add some new content.
On the last 30 seconds, are you still adding new stuff? 30 seconds, people, cheer for them, cheer for them. Cheer for Ken, cheer
Ken
for
working
Flopine.
hard to still add
We're
something.
gonna come down to the last 10 seconds. Here we go.
20 seconds left.
seconds. Cheer them on.
Oh
cheer
yeah,
them
Flopine's
on.
got the
Cheer
spiky
for Flopine,
thing.
Cheer for Ken.
Boxes.
Cheer them on.
Ken is working
The
hard on
last
animating
10
everything.
seconds. Count them down with me.
10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here are the shaders. Give it up for Forbidden Can. And now the difficulty starts. Now I want all you guys to decide who's going to continue to the next round. I want to see Ken's shader first. Show Ken shader. Full screen. Give it up for Ken. Give it up for Ken. Awesome. Show Forbidden shader. Give it up. Give it up for Forbidden. Oh, this is a very clear win. A very clear win. Forbidden goes to the next round of the shading competition. Ken, very close second, but no, very clear. Give it up for Forbidden Ken! And stay here, we're gonna do another round right now.
And another round right now it is. So in 10 minutes, we have Provod against Ferris. So Provod and Ferris, please come to the stage, bring your keyboards. Thank you.
So, are you ready for the third round of the Shader Showdown 2018? It's Provod versus Ferris. It's the USA versus Russia. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? So, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And we have Ferris embracing the tunnel, while Provod is erasing everything and starting from scratch.
Slight mix-up with the keyboard layout. If you didn't know, Ferris is from France now. He had a French keyboard layout. Maybe we applied the keyboard layout for the DJ to Ferris's computer.
At least we disabled this keyboard shortcuts that switches keyboard layouts, which is totally annoying if you accidentally press it and then you're on French settings. Uah. No such problems for Provod. Typing, well, marching along in 99 steps.
So this round we have quite some young blood here. We have Provod, who got active in the demo scene at around 2011. He says we ignore some failed attempts. So even so, he heard from about the demo scene before. And we have Ferris, who has been to Revision last year, his first time, even though it's not his first demo party. He started in around 2004, 2005, and discovered the Blitz forum. It's a Blitz Basic forum, and some years later, he joined the demo scene. So he's been in the demo scene for around 10 years now.
Ferris shows what he's starting, while Provod keeps us in the black. But what is this going to be here? Really hard to say. This could be just like everything. Oh, this is some kind of distracting background for typing.
Give it up for our two contestants. Give it up for Provod. Give it up for Ferris. Come on, cheer, guys. And give it up for the lovely Alkamar, who's supplying some sweet, sweet beats for us. Give it up for Alkamar as well.
Provod is marching his way as fast as he can type, leaving nothing to accident. With the W function, this seems to be like the sphere we are seeing here. And a normal calculation, obviously, the marching loop, and some setup for the race and the colors. Yeah. Here we're seeing the normal, which is very important for shading. Do we do this? Yes, here it is. On the other side, we have more annoying backgrounds, which would make any coder, except Ferris, of course, completely insane. Ferris doesn't seem to mind. He's typing happily along in a very long line. And this one line seems to be everything he has changed to the code, everything important. And he just deleted it. What? Maybe it's time for some organized code. And paste, yes. Again, these colors on Provod side, these are not the colors he is going for. These are the normals used for shading later. So don't fear this. This might become something awesome.
And both contestants are actually very experienced with live shader coding. Ferris competed in the live shader coding compo at Solskogen, and Provod actually won the shader coding compo at Weekend 2013. So it might be a tough battle here.
But from what we see here, this can go anywhere. Well, obviously, Provod will be doing something three-dimensional, and obviously, Ferris will be doing something two-dimensional. Otherwise, it would be quite some lost time, saying that we are 6 minutes in.
First 6 minutes already passed, 19 minutes to go.
Here we have the shading I hope to see. And we have a proper directional light here. Ah, yes. I now see that it has proper diffuse and specular lighting. This is something from a textbook. A textbook with very, very ugly variable names, but a textbook. And here we are going deeper into the 2D realm with some feedback. Or crash zoom or something. As you can't do any image post-processing, this is done by rendering the same thing 50 times. I am very lucky that I do not have to judge which one of these will win, because they are so very different. That would be your decision. Shiny. Well, also a bit boring, but shiny.
So do you know how much difference 6 years make? Ferris' hobby is basically programming, everything computer related. And then we have Provod, his favorite hobby is his family. That's how life changes. It's 26 years old, brothers, 32.
Yeah. As indicated by the function name repetition, and the modulo function, we will see a lot more spheres very soon. Maybe they are not spheres, because here the W, which has been a sphere so far, is turned into something else. Ferris goes further along the 2D realm, and maybe this will be a very good use for our wonderful new palette texture, because in black and white this is a little bit uninteresting, but well, we only have lost 10 minutes so far, 16 minutes left.
Provost would like to greet his mom, so give it up for Provost mom. Maybe she's watching the stream.
Yeah. Here we're seeing the camera movement. He started with O, which seems to be the origin of the race, or the position of the camera, if you like it that way. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of rotation. And also, all the nice shading is pretty much lost on the cubes because they don't have interesting shading. But plenty of time to fix all that while we're reaching the 15 minutes left mark. Ferris side, more 2D stuff, trying to integrate the music.
Ferris would like to shout out greetings to the Logicoma crew.
As you can see from the other sphere, there seems to be some kind of reflection going on. This can become very interesting. It's not working right now, but well, work in progress.
Still 15 minutes to go.
Paris starts with colors, which is unavoidable. At some point it had to be colors.
I somehow remember a Ferris effect from some Super Nintendo production. It looks quite familiar to me. We're seeing two completely different ideas and kind of facts here, so. Come on, cheer for our contestants. Cheer for Ferris, cheer for Provost, they're coding live. And also give a big hand to Alkmaar, who is supplying us with some sweet beats. Give it up for Alkmaar as well.
Half time.
Marky.
Obviously, Provost is also trying to add the music sync, the FFT. To what effect, we will see very soon. But I imagine dancing cubes or something like that.
Okay, how much time do we have left? Show us the clock. 11 minutes. Give it up for Provod and Ferris. Russia versus America. An actual world war that might happen.
A person is living in Norway nowadays, so it's oil versus oil.
Details. So, do we have some more trivia about these guys?
We already talked about Provod's mom, because he wanted to greet her.
Okay, fair enough. We're done. So we have 10 minutes left. So as we're going to the 10-minute mark, this is Provod doing really impressive. Give it up, Provod. Give it up if you like what you're seeing. Come on, people. Cheer for these guys. They're coding live. Provod is doing balls in tunnels. How difficult is that? Chaos and Earth.
Well, Earth is... Earth? Where are you? Anyway. It's difficult to do in this short amount of time. You have to really plan ahead, not to get lost in some vector going the wrong direction and all the mass being messed up. It's not in itself an outstanding achievement, but in this time getting everything right, that takes some preparation. And now, since the main bulk of the work is done, now we have to make it look great, and tweaking with the colors is exactly what it needs to look great. We tried different colors now, and I think all these choices are awesome.
Can we see Ferris' stuff? Look at this Ferris. Ferris is the American, the boy wonder from the demo scene. Listen, Norway now.
And it's actually a French style, because he started typing on a French keyboard layout.
It is. Ferris is thinking, fuck, like this goes. So what is Ferris doing? Guys, do you have any information of what he is maybe preparing?
I haven't looked in the code so much, but we see exactly what I described. We have this basic pattern, which he started with. Then he has repeated this pattern like 50 times to make it look this crash zoom style effect, or this load-like effect. And now he added some kind of distortion filter for it to make it wobble a bit, and added the music sync, and I think he messed up the colors. I'm not sure if this is what it is supposed to look like, but with 9 minutes left,
okay, so
he can recover his colorfulness.
Time? 5 minutes?
9.
Time. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. People, give it up for Provod and Ferris coding live.
Come on!
The last 8 minutes that they have to really show themselves to get to the quarterfinals. We will have Fizzer and Flopine go through. Who are they gonna battle tomorrow? And you guys decide. If you like what you see, cheer for them, yell their names. Give them pressure, it's good.
Yeah, Provod is basically done with what he has. Now it's time to tweak it, to make it look nicer, to look more shiny, or whatever he has in mind as an aesthetic. Work on the color scheme. Okay, this is very teal yellowish. This is, well, it always works.
And give it up for Alkema on the decks.
On Ferris' side, we don't see much
Give
progression.
it up for DJs DJing for these coders. Alkema is still in his Meteorix getup. He looks good in the suit though. So time, what is the time? How much do we have? We have 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Cheer them on. We have Provod versus Ferris, Russia versus America. Awkward versus really fucking awkward when it comes down to it.
It looks that Provod doesn't seem too secure with a pure shiny 3D scene and wants to add something. Like
Provod looks pondering as well. He's putting his keyboard. He's typically tapping away, but he's also like touching his mustache a lot. So, and that's always a sign, as a mustache haver, I can say, it's a sign of not being so sure what you're doing. So, and Ferris is touching his hair a lot.
Ferris is in the zone.
And Ferris has hair like a beautiful puppy. So I wonder where this is going. How much time do we have? 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
It seems like Ferris is quite okay with the washed out style of the colors and adds more glitchiness.
That's the
Which is
Logic
definitely
style.
that's something you can definitely do. If
Ferris is doing different things. Ferris is doing different things. Cheer for them. Yeah, please cheer for them. If you like what you see, cheer. And look at this last coding. Fucking hell, coding live for you guys. How fucking awesome is this? Third round. Hella shader coding. So here is Provot. Give it up if you like what you see. Give it up, Provot.
Come on, scream! Everything you see has been done in less than 20 minutes.
It is indeed old time based. Show Ferris the stuff. Give it up if you like what you see, Ferris. And show us the time. How much time do we have left? Because we're going to the last 5 minutes. Yeah, here we go. The last 5.5 minutes. This is the last time they can actually tweak it. 5 minutes is not a long time if you're sitting up here.
And here's Provot's effect. Give it up once again for Provot. Come on!
Yeah, people realize this is live coded. They had nothing to start with. This is all in 25 minutes of shader coding.
yeah, this turns out to be a questionable choice of colors on Provot's side. Trying to get all colors in there.
Chaos, you're all about the colors, aren't you?
Well, it's easy to comment on it, but
Chaos is a colorful guy. And let's look at Ferris. Give it up, Ferris! Okay, time, 5 minutes. Are we under 5 minutes? We're there,
Yes.
4.5 minutes, the last minutes. And cheer them on, 420. Smoke weed if you have it. No. But let's go. The last few minutes. This is the last minutes they have time to tweak it. We're gonna go to the last point. Pro voters can look at it going like, am I done? Am I done?
Ferris, what Ferris!
yeah, Ferris is at a stage where adding more will just mess it up.
Okay, here we go. It's the last 3.5 minutes. People, cheer for them, clap for them. Cheer for Provot, cheer for Ferris. Live shady coding right here in Revision. Isn't this fucking awesome? Okay, we're getting to the last 3 minutes. This is gonna come down to one shitty pop song of time. Give it up for them to like tweak their shit. Give it up for Provot, give it up for us, give it up for Alchemar doing the beats.
Provot seems to want to add some noise because this looks very clean, but clean is not always good.
Okay, so we're going the last 2.5 minutes. People cheer for them, cheer for these coders.
Ferris
round
really brings out the
qualification.
colors.
We're watching live shady coding. Jesus Christ, look at this shit.
They're dying on stage for you entertainment. So give it up for Ferris. Give it up for Provot.
Okay, we're counting down to the last 2 minutes. Chaos, Earth, is there something they can still do to make it different?
Yeah, of course they can make something to make it different, especially verse. That's easy. Making it better, that's a little bit more complicated. As I said, Provot is working on adding some, making it less clean. I suppose, but with only 1 minute 50 seconds left,
We're gonna get close to the
he
1
should be
minute
very
mark.
sure of what he's doing. And Ferris, well, this is a style that you really cannot really mess up. It's messed up already in a way, but in a good way. So just don't end with a black screen and you're fine.
1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes.
These reflections are really nice.
Cheer them home for the last minute. Show the clock. Show the two shaders. Show the clock. And when it goes to 1 minute, I want you guys to scream for a minute to bring them home. Scream for Provod. Scream for Ferris. Here we go. The last 60 seconds. Cheer them home! Cheer
Come on,
for
give it
Provod!
up.
Cheer for Ferris! They have 50 seconds left.
This
Give
really
it
looks
up.
massive on Provod's side. On the Ferris side, well,
Give
we
it
got a
up.
bad situation with the syncing now, but that is easily fixed.
Okay, we have 30 seconds left, people. We're gonna go to the last seconds. And I want you again to count down with me. These guys have been coding for 25 minutes. The last 10 seconds, count them down with me. Here we go. And here we go. It's gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it up for Provod and Ferris! Give it up for this qualification round! And now, the hard part. They're done, they're done.
Who will it
Let's
be,
go.
who will
Let's
it
show
be?
them, let's show the shaders. Okay, show Provod, and you guys cheer if you want him to go through.
Give it up for
Give it up, Provod!
Now let's see Ferris
Okay, show
shader.
Ferris, shader. Give it up, Ferris!
Give it up for Ferris!
No, the winner. Give it up for this shader. Done 20 minutes, but yeah, the winner is clear. Provod is gonna go through to the next round. Give it up, Provod. He's gonna go continue in the next round. Give it up for Ferris for competing. And we're gonna go on to the next round.
And the next and last round for tonight will be the all-star repetition of last year's final. Who knows? It's LJ versus Cooper. So LJ and Cooper, come to the stage. Bring your keyboards. We'll see each other again in a few minutes.
Okay, we are ready. Are you
All right,
ready?
all right. So we have the last qualification round. Here we go. And this is LJ on the right, 2-time champion. Gonna defend his title. QP on the left, the right for me, the left for you. Second place last year. And
This
on
is
the
basically
DJs,
last
we have-
year's final round.
And on the DJs, we have Luguber and Ronnie back to back. This is gonna be a hefty round. Give it up for LJ, QP, Ronnie, and Luguber. Let's make this shit fucking hype!
Come on, scream!
Touch me. How can it be? Believe me, the sun always shines on TV. Hold me close to your heart. Touch me.
There we go. LJ, famous for owning it. QP last year really close to doing really awesome 2D effects. I want you guys to cheer for them. Cheer for them. They have 24 minutes on the clock. This is Share Decoded Live Revision.
Tamo, and both competitors have no respect for the tunnel and start with a clean sheet. Oh, undo. Anyway.
I
On LJ's side, it is just straight to the Ray marching loop, I suppose. And nothing left of the original tunnel, black screen. You have to wait where this develops.
But this battle will be.
And Cooper really doesn't want the tunnel and also starts with some kind of loop, but this is unclear what is looping here. We'll have to wait a little to see something.
So who will join Fizzer, Popin and Provot tomorrow in the quarterfinals? And I will say, please people give it up for how amazing the Shader Comp has been this year. People bring their A game for this shit. It's been 5-6 years in the running, but look at this shit. It's fucking amazing.
And it's getting even more popular. We got a lot of emails from youngsters who saw the Shader Showdown last year and they just wanted to participate. So tomorrow we will have an extra round, an extra match out of competition, but we will have an extra match tomorrow, so stay tuned for that.
LJ seems to be going straight for 3D stuff. Nothing special here yet, but come on. We haven't even seen 3 minutes, so what do you expect? On Cooper's side, we also have only a black screen. It's really hard. I have no idea what this is. I just will see what it could become.
So here we go. I can't see because it takes 90 minutes.
Less than 22 minutes.
4 minutes in the running.
So Cupid going. Cupid was doing 2D stuff last year.
Yeah. This is like 10 more or less random positions blowing around.
Hitting it hard.
Yeah, this is top music.
And here is LJ. Give it up for LJ!
Yeah.
But also give it up for Cupid!
So both players stick to their proven ideas, which means LJ will win.
Talk to us, Chaos and Ernest. Is this impressive? Is he doing something impressive? He's really not coders.
Not yet, but
not yet.
We have 4 minutes, 30 seconds. I don't expect anything else. LJ is working on the mapping function, which defines the geometry we are going to see. Yes, I think this is what he's doing. While Cooper is...
Cooper is going for something completely, but give it up if you like what you see and cheer for them.
He's working on his colors, obviously, making them more or less red. Great diversity of reds he has to choose from. We have, I think, to wait 4 or 5 minutes more to see where this is going. And
we're at 19 minutes. We're only like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
We expect a lot of these people. These are like guys who are high contenders.
Even in that amazing second match, it was at the 10-minute marks where things got real crazy. As I said, LJ is working on the mapping function, defining the stuff he's rendering, making it more complicated, more interesting, or total crap, depending on his skills. Also, with the complete lack of shading, this needs some tweaking to be more than just black boxes. That will come later, obviously. No question about that. And here things are completely spiraling out at Cooper's side.
They're so different.
Yes. As I said, like last year a little bit, so we know who's going to win.
It's also a very different DJ set compared to the ones we had before. So give it up for Ronnie Priest and give it up for Luguba. Come on, cheer!
Yeah, on LJ's side, it's all shapes at the moment. Shaping up pretty well so far.
Cheer for them, cheer for their names if you like it.
And Cooper thinks 2 colors are enough, and that's absolutely true.
That's the DJ set I've been waiting for ages.
LJ added some tumbling rotation. A little bit out of control now, but can be tweaked later. Ah. LJ is taking some... This now gets structure, I think. It's less random than before and turns into... Well, it's a tunnel, but it turns into something it's more structured and therefore more interesting. Which is pretty much what we would expect after 9 minutes. Well, we wouldn't expect it, but we are delighted to see it after only 9 minutes or 8.5 minutes.
We're getting close to the 15-minute mark. Give it up for LJ and Cupid!
And give it up for Ronnie's sick dance moves. Also, LJ's effect somehow reminds me of some certain two-brain horse containing demo.
Okay.
yes, definitely. But I would be very surprised to see any horses here. Yeah, hard to see any progress on Cooper's side. This is still going slowly nowhere.
How much time on the clock? How much
15
time
minutes.
15 minutes.
We finally passed the 10 minutes used, 50 minutes left mark. The problem with the ray marching stuff on LJ's side is that it gets boring with the time. He tries to twist it around a bit. Let's see if that can match whatever will happen on Cooper's side, which strictly speaking is a little bit 368 for my taste. 386, I mean. Ah, let's glow it.
Less than 50 minutes. Once again, this is all live. All content has been created in less than 10 minutes. So, once again, give it up for Cooper and give it up for LJ. Come on, that's the final round for today. Cheer for LJ and cheer for Cooper!
Here we see the colors in their full beauty when they are on without the source code. When the source code is displayed on Cooper's side, these colors look washed out because their intensity is reduced. So don't get confused by this ugliness. It's only temporary. It's only when you see the source code. LJ seems to have settled for a shape and now thinks about shading or what passes by shading today.
Okay, 30 minutes. Halfway in. And they're both doing really different things. Give it up, and let me see.
Yeah, this is the difference. Cooper had something up his sleeves. Should have paid more attention to what he's typing and not how it looks. Again, with no post-processing capabilities, it has all to be done in the pixel itself. It is hard to see LJ winning with iteration fork alone here. This looks a little bit depressing in all its grayness. Yeah, this is a lot better.
This round is going to be fucking interesting. Give it up for LJ and Cooper!
Come on, Squeeze! The Cologne Posse, the LJ Ultras.
Time. How much time do we have?
Less than 11 minutes.
10 minutes. We're gonna get up to 10 minutes. It's the last 10 minutes. They've been good in 15 minutes. 10 minutes. Give it up for Kodas!
And give it up for our wonderful DJs, the lovely Lou Goober and the lovely Ronnie Priest. Give it up for the DJs.
LJ seems to be undecided on what to do with the colors, or maybe now he just came up with a plan, or no, he stopped working on the colors.
And we have less than 10 minutes on the clock, less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. Nine minutes left and LJ has messed up his movements a bit, but enough time to correct for that.
Rumors are his new nickname is Elliot Schmunzelmonster.
Yeah, he's doing it all the party.
Okay, we're getting to the last few minutes, 8.5 minutes. Give it up for Cupid and Alger! Hey!
The aesthetic choices of LJ are a little bit questionable here. But he's got all the colors, so what shall we say? Red, green, blue, yes, check. Cooper seems to be fighting a little bit against the music sync because this just doesn't move right. 7-8 minutes left to fix that. Okay, some desperate attempts on LJ's side to change something up.
7 minutes! Give it up for LJ and Cupid!
Dance now, come on, kick it.
7 minutes left. And LJ is experimenting with the revision logo. Plus 0.5. Cooper is still sitting on his beautiful effect with movements which we have seen better. What is Cooper working on? Or is he typing?
Whatever he's working on, there's less than 6 minutes to go.
Yes, yes. This is getting tight. Okay, obviously Cooper works on colors, not on movements. I can only hope Cooper has planned some time to improve on the movement part. Maybe this is what he wants. Who knows?
We're going to the 5-minute mark. Give it up for LJ and Cupid.
Ronnie is killing me.
We're going to 4 minutes.
I am speechless, obviously. by the choices we see here.
Make me walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees.
This can't be any more different.
You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair
Okay,
everywhere.
LJ is trying to break away from the 3D-ness of what he actually done and make it a little bit more 2D by adding a kaleidoscope-like
So
effect.
2.5 minutes, nearly.
While Cooper just glows around even more.
What
Yeah.
the fuck, Wickfield?
This seems to be some attempt for a lens flare-like effect, but with plenty of time, like 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I'm sure he will finish it.
I'll drive
Chaos and Earth, this is an amazing shaded compo showdown, isn't it?
Yes, yes. This is the first qualifying round, and everything is awesome. So
Is it mental? This is not supposed to happen in the qualifications.
I think it is supposed to happen. We just haven't seen it before.
I love it. I have the hiccups as fuck. But we're going close to
1 minute 50
1
seconds.
And I really want you crowds for the last minute to cheer them on.
It's the final round for today.
Okay. I
when
never
the last
thought
minute
that LJ
starts,
will end
cheer
up with
for them.
this. This is not what I have expected.
I'll drive you crazy. Saturday night dance, I like the way you move. Pretty baby.
Cooper proving that not everything looks better with lens flares.
Here we go. Nearly 1 minute. Yell for them, the last minute. Give it up for
Come on.
Cupid. Give it up for LJ.
More.
Yell for them.
We have a crash, seemingly. This doesn't look like intended.
Nearly half a minute.
Maybe we have to stop the clock here or something and try to fix this technical problem on LJ's side. We are back in game.
Give it up.
20 seconds.
The last 20 seconds. Count down the last testing with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showdown are done. Give it up for LJ and Cupid. And now is the important task.
So let's see the result.
Give it up for LJ. Give it up for LJ.
Let's see Cooper Shader.
Give it up for Cupid.
Close
Fucking
call.
hell, it's so close to goal. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. So close to goal. LJ. Give it up for LJ.
And let's see Cooper Shader. Give it up for Cooper.
Yeah, now we're clear here. It was an intense battle, but the second time champion Cupid is gonna go through to the finals. It is decided by the crowd. Give it for LJ Cupid for their shed coating. Cupid is gonna go through.